Hello friends, I'm in Seattle. I'm going out to enjoy the nature, and I'll share with you a couple of stories on life and leadership in this video. I request you to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I am a survivor of brain stroke in the year 2021. So So this is the home where my younger son Ramakrishna Sai lives, and you can see beautiful villas in and around this home, and we are in front of the road. It's on the main road, and you can see beautiful houses, and now I'll walk and talk. Today is Sunday. There is a lot of hectic activity because people go out and enjoy. People go out and enjoy with their friends. Sometimes they go out to follow their passions. So like that, lots of things they do it. So I'm expecting something unique today. Yesterday I went to the ground and enjoyed different aspects of life. So today I am also expecting something unique and different in Seattle. And so let me introduce myself. Here is a guy who is walking with the earplugs on. So somewhere something unique I will find. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is profmsrao. I have authored 53 books, including the award-winning book titled "See the Light in You," for which the Nobel laureate His Holiness Dalai Lama has written a foreword. I have 43 years of diversified experience, including teaching, training, and military. And I'm a late bloomer, dyslexic, ADHD, OCD, and I had a brain stroke in the year 2021. Despite having all the challenges, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix. I'm 61 years old, and I don't have two-wheeler, I don't have four-wheeler. I have lots of challenges, and I was born into a toxic family and grew up in a toxic environment. So my life is full of challenges, and I'm an author, researcher, and storyteller, and I create stories to make a difference and impact humankind. I create models, methods, rules, perspectives, and I created my own philosophy 2 months ago in Seattle. So like that, I do lots of things. I believe in acquiring my knowledge and sharing my knowledge, and sharing is caring. I learn from multiple sources, observe the people and learn a lot, and whatever I learn from people from observation, so that I will add with my knowledge. Then again I will share with the people. So that's what I do it. I do all this stuff without getting any money. I believe in adding value and impacting humankind. And I'm in Seattle right now, so you can see mountains with the snow, and we are in the winter season. It's very cold in Seattle, and I'm walking on this the track, so that there won't be any problem, and we are going beside the road. And I have a chronic back pain since 2007, and I had a brain stroke in the year 2021, and I have internal allergies. So lots of challenges I am having. So please empathize with me. So I am walking because I love walking. That's one thing. And also I am holding my smartphone with my left hand. And why I am holding with my smartphone with my left hand is that my right hand has been paralyzed, and my right shoulder is numb. So lots of challenges I am having. So I am holding my smartphone with my left hand, and I can't shift my smartphone from left hand to right hand because of the numbness of my right hand. So currently I can't type with my right hand, and I can't eat with my right hand. For the last 4 years I have challenges. So the good news is that I am recovering. And I am holding this smartphone in the cold climate because I want to record my memories. And I am already 61. I want to keep my memories on my YouTube, and I want to share with the people. If people like my videos and posts, so I will be very happy, and I feel that I have done something good for the people. When I walk, I share various aspects on life and leadership, so you can learn a lot. One way I am walking, that's one thing. Second thing is I am getting relief from my back pain too. Third thing is I am recording the things on my smartphone. So fourth thing is that I am sharing my knowledge while walking. So there are multiple utilities of doing this particular activity. So that is the reason why I am doing. So I request you to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I am uploading raw videos because I am not a tech savvy. So I am only uploading raw videos. So please empathize with me. I don't know video editing, other stuff. I know only one thing, that is uploading the videos. So I am uploading. So please bear with me, and please empathize with me. Oh, just a moment. So this is the point. So I'm in Seattle right now, and for the last I think for the last 5 months I am in Seattle, and I came to Seattle because of my younger son. My younger son lives in Seattle currently. My younger son was in Dallas. Then he moved to Seattle due to employment. And Dallas is cheaper than Seattle, and New York is costlier than Seattle. The cost of living of Seattle is expensive. And I also visited California, and the cost of living is high there also. So cost of living differs from place to place. Just a moment, and now I am standing at the junction, and this is Seattle supermarket. This is the junction, and daily I go for a walk, and you will find I purchase groceries sometimes. I do shopping here. This is junction, and you get all kinds of seafood, vegetables. Gas station is nearby, and You can also see the snow mountain with snow. So because of the winter season, there is a snow, and here also there is a snow in the night slightly. I think it will be much colder in the coming days. So as long as the weather permits, I'll go for a walk. Otherwise, I'll confine to home. And usually, what I do in Seattle is that I go for a walk daily, and I do physiotherapy exercises daily once. If I don't go out due to heavy rain or due to heavy cold, I'll stay at home and I'll do physiotherapy exercises thrice in a day. So this I have to do it so that I can improve the mobility of my body, and I'll be very much active. So that's how I do it. Now, when I talk about Seattle, Seattle is a very beautiful city. Seattleites are very warm and friendly, and they respect LGBT. They embrace diversity. So the Seattle is also known as Emerald City, and Seattle and Bellevue are geographically connected. It takes 20 minutes drive from Seattle to Bellevue. So I visited a couple of places in and around Seattle, and I also visited a couple of places in the Washington state. I visited the National Park, Mount Rainier, National Park, like that. Different places I visited, and apart from that, my wife and I visited 4 states. We visited Portland, that is in Oregon state. Then other states we visited are Nevada state, Old Vegas and New Vegas. We visited Hollywood, California state. Then we also visited Arizona. It's full of mountains, so we enjoyed a lot. So precisely we visited 5. We enjoyed our presence in 5 states in USA. So we are very lucky in that way. It's all because of the initiative of my younger son. He has paid the bills and he invited us to come to USA. So we are enjoying these great moments because of my younger son. And that too, my wife and I came to USA for the first time. So life is really beautiful, life is amazing, life is a miracle, life is all about the possibilities. So apart from these 5 states, where one of the states currently I am living, that is Washington state, is that I am in Seattle. Seattle is a wonderful city, and entrepreneurship thrives here. There are couple of companies, they are doing good. Some of them are Costco, Nordstrom, Starbucks, Alaska Airlines, Boeing, Amazon, and Microsoft. These are all companies, they are doing good. So there are lots of companies, even T-Mobile is also doing good. So there are other companies which I don't remember, they are doing good. And these entrepreneurs have they had a vision, and they started the companies, and they became successful. When you look at Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, they live in Seattle, and they started their own enterprises. When you look at Jeff Bezos, he started from a garage with books, and he is a billionaire, and so like that, lots of things he did it. So I strongly advocate entrepreneurship. Just a moment. Please, just a moment. Oh, so somebody is walking on the trail. So somebody is walking on the trail. So I think I expect some activity, because people enjoy a lot. They go for a walk. So now I am going to visit the ground, very big ground. Hopefully I'll come across various sports and games there. So I am going with my wife right now, and we want to enjoy the things. Okay, now again I'll talk about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is very challenging, and entrepreneurship is for brave-hearted, not for faint-hearted. And entrepreneurship is a dogfight. And entrepreneurs are ambitious. They are insanely ambitious. So entrepreneurship is very challenging, but it's worth exploring. So I strongly advocate entrepreneurship, and because of the entrepreneurship, people migrate, and lots of developmental activities take place, and people get better opportunities, and they lead quality of life. When you look at my son, he migrated. We came from Chennai to different places in India. Then now my wife and I are living in Seattle. So it's all happened because of the migration. So migration is good, and because when you migrate, so you come out of your comfort zone, and you will broaden your mind. So that's the reason I encourage migration. If you stick to your own place, it's nice, but again, you won't find challenges, you won't find opportunities. So you are likely to get more opportunities when you migrate and go and move to different places, whether it's India or any country. So migration is the name of the game globally, and it's a part of the migration is the name of the game, whether it's within the cities or outside the cities or outside the countries. So migration does happen, and it has been happening for many years. So this is about migration. Now coming back to this entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship is very challenging, and some people feel that becoming an entrepreneur is a risky game. Yeah, I do agree that entrepreneurship is a risky game, but it's worth exploring. And not to take a risk is also a risk, and so you must take risk. So life itself is a risky one. What happens next? The very next moment, that we don't know, we can't predict. So, but still we have to keep going. A ship is safe at the harbor, but it's not meant for that. The ship is meant for sailing. Sometimes you come across a smooth sea or inclement weather. Sometimes you find the sea sea calm, sometimes you find the sea stormy. So lots of things do happen. So whether it's life or business, it's very challenging. Only thing, you have to learn lessons and you have to keep moving in such a way that you find meaning in your life. So here a woman is dog walking. So what usually I do is that I observe the people here and there, so that somewhere something new I might find. When I learn something new from my observations, that I will add to my existing knowledge, and then again I will share my knowledge with others. This is the process. I stick to it, and it's everyone follows it, but in my case I am more specific about acquiring my knowledge and sharing my knowledge. Sharing is caring. That is the phrase, and it's a reality. And I observe people, and I observe people and absorb the things, and then again I will add to the existing knowledge. Then again I will share with the people. This is an ongoing process. So as a researcher, as an individual, I have my own way of doing the things. So again, when we talk about entrepreneurship, majority of the entrepreneurs fail, mostly because of external forces and factors. So these are all the major challenges, but what you have to do is that you have to anticipate the challenges, and then you have to prepare yourself for the tough times. That's one aspect. The second thing is that unexpected things crop up in life, especially for entrepreneurs. So what you have to do is, then again we have to adjust everything. That means, if whenever we come across any misalignments, we have to remove the misalignments. Then again we have to align the things and keep them in the right place. Then again we have to keep moving. So this is entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is not an easy thing. It's very challenging, but it comes with lots of advantages and opportunities. It all depends upon how you take the things. So if you look at some of the entrepreneurs, they are successful. So let me take two entrepreneurs and leaders globally. One is Elon Musk. He has 3 citizenships, and he has got 10 children. He has got 6 companies, and he was close to bankruptcy a few years ago, but then again he readjusted. Then again he worked hard, and then he kept moving. Now he's a billionaire, and he's the richest person in the world, and also he's the kingmaker. So life is all about possibilities. So you have to be very positive. In my case, my blood group is B positive, and I am positive by nature. So I don't give up. Life is a gift. Life is an opportunity, right? Then secondly, when you look at Donald Trump, good morning. Then again, Donald Trump is a typical example of entrepreneurship. He too had challenges in business. But then again he recovered, and he became the president of USA. Then again with a break, then again second term he was sworn in as the president of USA, I think a week ago. So it's very obvious that you have to believe in your dreams, and you have to persist, and you have to remove the barriers, and you have to keep moving. And it's not easy to be an entrepreneur or as an individual. So it's very challenging. So I wanted to become an entrepreneur, but I could not. I tried to become a successful entrepreneur, but I failed due to some reasons. And finally, I became an entrepreneur. Finally, I became an educator in the year 2007. So it happened. So it was something a different decision in my life. Sorry friends, sometimes I am stammering and I am repeating in view of my brain stroke and health challenges. So please empathize with me. So I am a storyteller. I keep sharing my stories for the benefit of the humankind. So whatever you feel comfortable, you can accept. If you feel something is not relevant, you can discard. Life is all about learning, unlearning, and relearning, right? So certain things I speak, certain things I myself find that they are not relevant, then I will discard. So similarly, everyone has to do in that way. You have to learn, then again you have to unlearn, then again you have to relearn. So this is the process. This is a lifelong process. I stick to it. So this is briefly about entrepreneurship. This is about life, and now I will now I'll go and watch a couple of activities, sports. People are playing some games. So like that, lots of things they are doing. So now I'm going with my wife to enjoy some sports in the ground. So we have planned for that. Today is a Sunday, so we want to enjoy the great moments. It's very cold in Seattle, very cold, and I am holding with my left hand. So just I'll wait for a moment, then I will start my story. Just a moment. So luckily my wife is with me and we are going for a walk. So I am rubbing both hands to create friction, and when I create that friction, and I can overcome the numbness, and I can overcome the cold for the moment. So now I will talk briefly about my life. I was born on October 31st I was born on October 31st, 1963 in a tiny village, and I was born in a toxic family and grew up in a toxic environment in India. And my childhood was very chaotic. I could not enjoy my childhood because the time we were born, it was different. And my father was a litigant and alcoholic, and my mother is a naysayer. So I was cursed with toxic siblings. So now the place of birth and where I was born is not in my hands, but what is there in my hands is that I can create my own destiny. So friends, your life depends in your hands. So create your own destiny. So let go and move on. And where the place of birth was not my decision, right? And just we were born, and just that was not in our hands. The place of birth, the time of birth was not our control. So what is there in our hands is to create our own destiny and impact as much as you can. So now this is the ground, as I was telling. So you can see that helicopter. Whenever I hear the sounds of aircraft, I feel excited and I get goosebumps. So this is the ground where we come across some people. Yesterday there was a lot of hectic activity. People were playing games, lots of things. So people are following their hobbies, like two para gliders. They were doing something here. There is a guy who is doing skate. So like that, lots of things are happening in Seattle. So now you can see the snow hills. You can see Pacific Ocean. You can see Space Needle, skyscrapers. You can find this Jefferson Park, the medical center. So lots of viewpoints you can find. Here is a guy who is a skater. He's enjoying. So friends, now I'll keep walking, and I also see they're enjoying with kids. Hi. So today is Sunday. They are enjoying with kids. So that's why my wife and I came here to enjoy the nature, and we can see how things are happening here. So a lot of activities, a lot of hectic activity takes place on Saturday and Sunday. Today is Sunday. It's very cold. I think if we wait for an hour or 2 hours, I think we will find more people and more activities. So let me see. So I think I'll be here for around 20 to 30 minutes. So within 30 minutes I might find some new developments and more people flocking here in this ground. So I am in Seattle, Beacon Hill. And okay, now let me start about my storytelling about my life. So I was born on October 31st, 1963 in a tiny village in India. And for 18 years I was at my home. I could not enjoy my childhood. Sometimes I supported my father at the tea stall. I was preparing tea, and I was cleaning the utensils, and sometimes I was collecting the cash. So lots of things I did, and I supported my father. So I could not enjoy my childhood up to 18 years of my life. And then when I was 18 or 19 years old, I joined Indian Air Force, and I was very happy that I came out of the toxic environment and grew as a healthy citizen and as a leader. So I am what I am because of Indian Air Force, and I joined Indian Air Force on 4th February, Secunderabad in India. 4th February 1982, Secunderabad in India, and 5th February 1982 I went to Tambaram to acquire training. So there my life has begun. So initially I could not cope up, and I could not adjust. Why? Because my food habits, everything were different. But I had a dream to serve my country. So I started adjusting, and finally I started loving Indian Air Force. So I am what I am because of Indian Air Force. So now you can see snow here and there. Snow, slightly you will find the snow here. So it's winter, and you can see the snow here. Slightly it is there. Okay, now I'll walk forward and I'll share with you. So after I joined the Indian Air Force, and I acquired 6 qualifications in the Indian Air Force, and they are DME, BSc, MA, MBA, PGDCLL and PGDBM. All these qualifications I earned through private education, and I was a college dropout when I was 18 years old. Then I continued by paying the condonation fee, and I it took more than 4 years to complete my degree. Usually degree takes 3 years for me, but for me it took more than 4 months because I was in Indian Air Force. So I took tuitions while serving in the Indian Air Force. So I acquired 6 qualifications in the Indian Air Force: DME, BSc, MA, MBA, PGDCL. So these were the qualifications I acquired, and people might think that I acquired my qualifications from reputed universities like Cambridge or Harvard, but the reality was that I was a college dropout and I acquired all these qualifications through private education. And I started with the Telugu medium, and I was not blessed with the convent education. So these are the challenges and limitations, but somehow I started learning and acquired 6 qualifications. Just a moment. This is an excellent viewpoint. You can find medical center, then you will find Jefferson Park, then you can see Space Needle, you can find mountains with snow, and these are all the buildings. It's an excellent viewpoint. I request you to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Yeah. So I acquired 6 qualifications in the Indian Air Force, and there was no consistency in my education. Why? Because whatever the opportunities were there that I have created, and I availed, explored, and executed at my own pace, because I had to serve in the Indian Air Force, and sometimes I didn't get material. And I was posted in different places, and I had to work at different time zones because the duty was not fixed in military. So I was used to a tough kind of life, and still I acquired all these qualifications. So I used to go to far distant places to acquire my knowledge when I was especially in Jodhpur. I think 1986 to 1991 I was in Jodhpur. So I visited some libraries and prepared notes of myself, because the material was not available. Then somehow I completed all the qualifications, and I got a DME from the aeronautical engineering. I got my BSc from the Andhra University. Then I got my Ph.D. from the Ministry of Defense. I got my MBA from New Delhi, IGNOU. Then I got my MA from Ajmer University. I got my PGDCL from the Jodhpur University. So like that, all these qualifications and from different areas. The basic challenge with me was that I didn't have any guide, I didn't have any coach, I didn't have a mentor. So whatever was available, that I created doors and knocked the doors and availed the opportunities and explored them, then execute them at my own pace. So this is life. So my life was very challenging and very complicated, and so this was briefly about my academic profile. So for 12 years I served in the Indian Air Force, and I served in the lowest rank of a corporal. People might think that I was a commissioned officer in the Indian Air Force, but the fact was that, and I served in the lowest rank of a corporal for 12 years. Then my father-in-law invited me to join business, and unfortunately my father-in-law and brother-in-law backstabbed and betrayed, so I landed in further problems. So you can imagine the kind of challenges I encountered. First of all, I was cursed with toxic siblings, then again betrayal and backstabbing by my own father-in-law and brother-in-law. So all these problems led to more challenges. I am 61, still I have health challenges. All kinds of challenges I am having. So you can imagine the kind of life I led. So people might think that life is easy. So I would like to share that life is not linear, life is not a straight line, life is not a cakewalk. Life is full of ups and downs. So life is full of peaks and valleys. So you have to face the challenges and you have to move forward. So that is life. So then again, I did business for some years in Chennai, which didn't work out. Then I left business and become an educator in the year 2007. Then it was very challenging. I was getting salary for around 8,000 or 9,000 at that time. So with that money, I adjusted with my wife and supported my two sons. So that's how I led my life. Then the month of December, I joined for my Ph.D. For that, then I became an educator at that time because precisely education helped me overcome my adversity in the year 2007. Then I became an educator. So I was getting money and I led my life. Then in the month of December, I joined for my Ph.D. in the year 2007. And 2008, rules were changed. And luckily I paid the fee of 10,000 and completed the formalities of research papers and others, and I joined for my PhD in the month of December. And 2008 January, rules were changed and the fee was hiked. So if I delayed by a few days, I wouldn't have joined for my PhD, and I wouldn't have been in a position to mobilize the fee which was raised. So friends, the takeaway from this video is that when you get opportunities, avail them, don't delay, because we are not sure whether we will get the similar opportunities. Just I'll take for a moment. So friends, you can enjoy the excellent viewpoint here, and you can find T-Mobile Park. You can find snow, mountains with snow, and you can find Asia Pacific Ocean. You can find Space Needle, skyscrapers. So lots of things you can find here. So it's very beautiful. You can find this is a Jefferson Park. Then again, that is medical center, and this is the ground where people enjoy with kids. So that's why I have come with my wife, so that we can enjoy this excellent viewpoint, and also we can find various aspects. So yesterday I came alone and I interviewed a skater. So sometimes I talk to unknown people and strangers, so that something I can learn from them. So when I learn something from others, so what I would do is that I would add value to my existing knowledge, then again share with my networks. That's how I do it. So sharing is caring. This is what I do it. So now I'll circle back to my story after, because I hope you enjoyed the viewpoint. Now 2007 December I joined for my PhD, and 2011 I got my PhD in soft skills. So total 7 qualifications I had. First 6 qualifications through private education in when I was serving in the Indian Air Force. This PhD, after I became an educator, I earned my PhD in soft skills in the year 2011. So total 7 qualifications I earned. All the qualifications are not related to one particular area, because the challenge with me was that I didn't have any godfather, I didn't have any father to support, and I didn't have guide, I didn't have any coach, I didn't have any mentor. So whatever was available, that I was grabbing and started working hard. So this is what I led in my life, and it's not an easy life I encountered. So 2010 I made my debut as a non-fiction author in the year 2010. Then I published books in different areas like education, teaching, training, diversity, mindfulness. So like the different areas I entered. Then again here also there is a challenge because I didn't have any coach, I didn't have any mentor. So whatever was available, so I grabbed, and whatever the genre that fascinated, I worked, and then I published 53 books in different areas. So all are of different genre. That is the thing. So I made debut in the year 2010 and I published 53 books, and I published more than 3000 research papers. I published more than 1000 articles in various magazines globally, and I was a regular contributor for Entrepreneur magazine. So like this, all these things I did it within a span of 15 years. I started in the year 2010. Now it is 2025. That within a span of 15 years, I did all these things because I wake up every day morning at 4 o'clock, night 10 o'clock I sleep. Throughout the day I work very, very hard. I'm very consistent and persistent by nature. So I work hard. I take rest only at my graveyard. So I believe in adding value and impacting humankind. So now I'll watch here. They are playing with the kids in here. They are enjoying. I'm enjoying. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Very beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah.
What is the breed?
Part Australian Shepherd and part Poodle.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice. It's pleasure. So now what I will do is that, so as I told you, I have the habit of talking to unknown people, because I talk to unknown people, especially strangers, so that I might get some new triggers and I'll work on them. I open conversation with unknown people, and so that I can learn something. So when I learn something from others, that I will add to my existing knowledge, then again I will share with others. This is the process I follow in my life. Okay, now you have seen my life from 1963 from 1963 October 31st to till date. You have seen my life, right? So now I am planning to publish a documentary which talks about my life, challenges, opportunities, and I would like to share everything, especially about my life, back pain, backstroke, betrayals, all those things I would like to share, and I would like to make a documentary. If there are any sponsors, then I will give rights and I will publish my documentary. And my documentary will be amazing because it's full of challenges, more of challenges and less of happiness. So probably it will work wonders. My documentary will be a magic, and I think if there are any sponsors, then I will give rights, and I will see that my documentary is published in one of the streaming platforms like Netflix. So only thing I have to find the right people to publish my documentary, and especially on Netflix. So just I'll make a movement. So this is briefly about my life in a nutshell. Then I'll take a moment, then I will start another story. So just a moment. Oh, sorry. Kid has that kid, eh? Kid has gone inside. Okay, boy. So friends, I took a break for a moment because I shifted. I rubbed both my hands and created friction. Then again I started walking and again sharing my story. So I just now I shared with you about my life in a nutshell, and I am planning to create a documentary. If there are any sponsors, then I will give rights, and my documentary will be full of challenges. So hopefully it will be a great one and an inspiring one. Like it can become as like a hero's journey. So Campbell, I think he wrote a book, Hero's Journey. So like that, I want to create a Professor M.S. Rao's journey, my own life with struggles, opportunities, betrayals, all those things I would like to share. So here somebody is so people, so you can see people, so lots of activities are going on in Seattle. So I'm walking with my wife and enjoying the nature. So now I'll take another topic of philosophy. So now, so just for a moment, so you can see the mountain, hills, snow, full of snow, all those things. So people are enjoying a lot in Seattle. So in Seattle, in USA, people work very hard for 5 days. The rest of the 2 days, they enjoy. Weekends they enjoy with friends, family members, and they follow their hobbies and passions. So like that, they lead. That took its. They're very cute. These boys. Good. So I think a lot of hectic activity is going on. So people are enjoying here. Now they are entering. I think we should go somewhere at afternoon, I think, so that we will find more activities. So now people are going to the ground. They are enjoying their lives. So now only thing I am returning. So that is the difference. I think I will do one thing next week. I will go in the afternoon and I will enjoy for 2 to 3 hours and return. So now this is a feedback I have taken. This time is the ideal time to enter. Actually, I returned at this time. So next weekend, what I would do, I'll go somewhere, visit somewhere at 1 o'clock. So I'll enjoy my movements for 2 to 3 hours, then return. That's what I'm planning. So because we have to take feedback. So when we take feedback, what happens? We understand where we went wrong and how we can do better. So I believe in taking feedback. And there are two things I believe in my life. One is continuous learning, then taking feedback. So these two things I stick to it, and I learn continuously, and also I take feedback. This is the feedback I have taken, because so I learned in my life by trial and error method. As I told you, I don't have any guide, I didn't have any mentor, I didn't have any coach. I'm an author, researcher, and storyteller. I research of my own, then I take feedback. So if things don't go well, then I take feedback, then I'll improve my decision making. That's how I do it. All these things nobody taught me. I have learnt of my own experience. My life is mostly based on my failures. My life is mostly is based on my failures and challenges. So I learned, usually people by trial and error method. I also learned in that way, and in my case, I learned more from my failures rather than from successes. So I'm happy that I have learned. So I'm very happy that whatever I learned, that I would like to share with the people, because I want to build the next generation of leaders. I want to leave a legacy for the next generation of leaders. That is the reason I am living. This is the reason I am living, so that I can share my knowledge and leave a legacy for the next generation of leaders. So now I'll talk briefly about philosophy. While walking, an idea flashed on my mind to work on my own philosophy. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So in my case, what I do, I am very positive, and I am proactive, and I write down the things. A short pencil is better than a long memory. So I write down the things. Then again, not only I write the things, then I execute the things at my own pace, because I can't do everything at one go. It takes time. So I do things at my own. First thing I do is that I capture the ideas. A short pencil is better than a long memory. So I write down the things. Then I will work. That's how I do it. And I have a diary, and I journal a lot. Journal is different from diary. Diary means time to time what we are doing, whereas journal means it's reflecting what your things. So journaling means you just reflect, whereas diary means you just write down in a chronological for your record. So both are different. So what I did was that I had diary, and I have I journal a lot. Of course, for the last 4 years, my right hand is not working properly. My right shoulder and right hand is numb. Otherwise, I used to write a lot. In fact, I would have published 60 books if I didn't have the brain stroke. So brain stroke was a dampener. So because of that, I lagged behind. If I didn't have brain stroke, probably I would have completed 60 books. Then I could have done more. So it's okay, but all that happens for good, and everything happens for a reason. The good news is that I am alive, and I am walking in Seattle and enjoying my precious moments. So I started thinking about my own philosophy, and people get ideas from different ways. I get ideas while walking, and I get ideas when people question me, especially when I taught during teaching and training programs. I interacted with the audiences and the audiences questioned me. So I felt very happy whenever audiences questioned me, because when the audience questions me, that means what, they are paying attention. So I take in a very positive sense. Some of the educators, they get annoyed when they are questioned, but for me it's a pleasure. When someone questions me during my teaching and training programs, it's a pleasure, but for a few it's a pressure when someone questions. So I'm very positive in that way. So when people question, I get ideas. So this because of these reasons, I started working about various things. Then I started exploring my own research. Then what I did, I just googled Professor MS.Rao's philosophy. Then I got the first result on the first page, emphasizing that Professor MS.Rao's philosophy is to emphasize health first, education second, and wealth third. He harnesses technology. So that was the first result I got on Google on the first page and first result. So I was very much happy and I was very much excited, and I was on cloud 9. It was an aha moment in my life. I felt the power of the universe. So that means things were falling into the place. So I felt very happy from that result. Then I kept moving. I got more interest despite having health challenges. I kept moving because I do the things that excite me. So that excited me, that particular trigger. So I started working. Then I have a couple of documents of related to my books. Then again from students feedback, all the documents I am having. So I analyzed my own feedback from multiple sources. Then I found that there are some words that I found from my books and from my students. They are attitude, gratitude, empathy, humanity, power, virtue, wisdom, knowledge, truth. So like that, all these words I have integrated, and I started emphasizing educational philosophy, because I started as an educator. So I felt that I should start educational philosophy. But then again I started thinking in which direction I have to go. Then I realized that I was born in India, so I must emphasize on Eastern philosophy from the educational perspective. So I started creating templates. Then I created creating quotes. Then I kept all the documents into the folder by naming it as philosophy. So all the stuff, all the documents that I keep them into my philosophy folder. So this is how I started. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. I always take first step. Okay. So then when I was googling, I came to know that already I published an article titled "What is your leadership philosophy?" So I felt very happy. Then again I came to know that already I published a research paper on Stoicism. So I felt that there is a lot of material from my Google itself. Then I felt, why should I search for stones when I am the gem? So let me repeat. Why should we search for gems when we are the why should we search for stones when we are the gems? So similarly, every individual has some potential spark that you have to identify, and you have to work on that, so that you can add value and impact. So I thought, yes, I have my own 43 years of diverse knowledge. 61 years of life I am having. I observed a lot, connected the dots. So let me create my own philosophy. Why should I create somebody's philosophy? But at the same time, I believe in research. I'm curious and creative, so I started doing research. So daily I had decided to invest an hour on philosophy and add value. So today morning also for 1 hour I researched about my philosophy. I created a quote. So like that, I did it. So we should never give up, and we should follow our dreams, and we should impact. So you must identify the important challenges and you work on them, and so that you can add value and impact. You are living in this world on this beautiful planet for a very limited time span, maybe 60, 70, 80, whatever it is. So identify the areas which are close to your heart and work on them and impact them, because our time is limited. I am 61. I don't know how long I will live. Maybe 10, 20 years I might live. So within the limited time span, I have to utilize and I have to impact the world in a very positive manner. So that's what I decided. So I started researching about my own philosophy. Then when I was googling, then I came to know that I already mentioned about Socrates. And Socrates was a very inspiring philosopher. I came to know that he is known as the father of philosophy. That I didn't know, but subsequently I came to know that I love Socrates. I often mentioned about Socrates in my books, and also during my training programs. I mentioned about 3-filter test a few years ago. Then I mentioned about attitude. So like there's so many stories I shared with students and also to my audiences. So like there are lots of things I did it. So I thought, let me work about Socrates. Socrates' quote is, an unexamined life is not worth living. That means you have to examine your life. People examine something else. Instead of that, you should examine your own life. You should have self-awareness. You should have self-knowledge. So when you have self-knowledge, so you can make better decisions. You can't make exact decisions, and you can't make all right decisions. Some of the decisions will go wrong. So it's part of the game and part of the strategy, but still you have to be very positive and keep going. So Socrates quote Socrates quote resonated my thinking, and some of the philosophers in chronological order I memorized. Socrates, followed by his disciple Plato, then again his disciple Aristotle, then again his disciple Alexander. So this is the SPAA. S means Socrates, A means Plato, then again one more A means Aristotle, then again next to Aristotle, then again Alexander. So this is the chronology I memorized. So they are all related to philosophy. I started working on my own philosophy. Just a moment. This is the junction I am returning. So then again I will start my story on philosophy. So I started thinking about the philosophy of Socrates. Then again some of the Indian philosophers, Adi Shankaracharya. So like that I am doing research. So I'll keep doing a lot of research. Then again I came across Marcus Aurelius. I admire him. He was a Roman general, and He was a general and a philosopher, and then he wrote a book titled Meditations. So that resonated my thinking, and he followed Stoicism. So like that, I started researching about various kinds of Stoicism, and I created a template to interview me. And currently, I am thinking about educational philosophy, and much is in the store. So it takes a lot of time to find out, to research and create some my own philosophy. Hopefully, it may take around 10 years or 15 years, 20 years to create my own philosophy and publish a book titled the book is yet to be titled on philosophy. So I'll publish a book on philosophy in the future. So this is briefly about the philosophy. So now I'm still left with some, I think, 10 minutes of my time. So I want to utilize my time with various aspects, because I don't want to waste our precious time. If you waste 1 second, that means you wasted 1 second of your life. So be time conscious, because the life on this planet is limited, and we have to work within that limited time frame, whatever it is. And I would like to share a couple of aspects. And I read thousands of books during my lifetime, and Abraham Lincoln has been my inspiration since my childhood, and I read the various books of various leaders. I read the books of Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Swami Vivekananda's books. So lots of books I read, and I dedicated one of the books titled Student Leaders to Swami Vivekananda on the eve of 150th birth anniversary. So like that, I dedicated my books in my lifetime, because the leaders whom I admire, so I dedicated. That's how I did in my life. So that I read thousands of books, and I don't remember the number of books I have written, but I read lots of books, and 2 books are very close to my heart. They are Man's Search for Meaning, then again Art of the War. So the Art of the War was written by Sanju. That is a military strategy, because I am an Indian Air Force veteran. And the second book is Man's Search for Meaning. That book, I enjoyed it, and Viktor Frankl was a Nazi Holocaust survivor, and his manuscript was demolished. Then again, after he was released from the concentration camp, he published a book titled Man's Search for Meaning. So these 2 books are very close to my heart. So it all depends upon how you look at it. So, and apart from this, I have 4 blogs, and I have been blogging since 2007, and I believe in acquiring my knowledge and sharing my knowledge, and I have been blogging since 2007, and I have 4 blogs by name. One is Knowledge grows when shared, where knowledge is wealth. That's second. The third one is Professor Msrao, born for the students, and fourth one is Vision 2030, 1 million global leaders. So the 4 blogs I have, and 3 YouTube channels. So I'm basically a bookworm. I don't have friends. If there are any friends, they are my books. Books are my friends. I don't have any friends, and I enjoy reading a lot. So I was born to read, so I will die with books only. So this is what I am doing. And I, out of the 4 blogs, one of the books, one of the blogs titled Vision 2030 1 million global leaders, that I have converted into a book. And Dr. Kiran Bedi, the first woman IPS officer, has written a foreword for my book titled Vision 2030 1 million global leaders. And this book I have dedicated to former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And this is how I do the things. I dedicated a book, Student Leaders, to Swami Vivekananda on the eve of 150th birthday anniversary. And I dedicated a book, Vision 2030 1 million global leaders, to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He is the former president of India. So like that, I do lots of things. And so these are the messages I am sharing. Despite the health challenges, I am walking on the trail in Seattle. Despite having the brain stroke, despite having severe back pain, despite having financial challenges, still I am walking on the trail in Seattle. So you can understand my commitment, and you can understand my passion for learning and sharing. So these are all the valuable insights I am sharing with you. And so I request you to consider subscribing to my channels and sharing with your networks. That's one request. Second thing is, if some of my ideas and insights are shared with my social networks, that serves my purpose, because I am living with some purpose to provide meaning for life. So now I reached home, and so now let me summarize. I have my unique format of sharing my knowledge. So I started, I introduced myself, then I shared with you about Seattle life, and connected with the entrepreneurship. Then I shared my life in a nutshell from birth to till date, and I want to publish my documentary in any one of the streaming platforms, and I am looking forward to some sponsors. And then I shared with you about philosophy. Subsequently, I shared various other aspects about my books. So this is what I have done as an individual. So now I am looking at my own face. So friends, this is the final message. Life is beautiful, life is amazing, life is a miracle. Everything happens for a reason. Enjoy every moment of your life, and practice gratitude with gratitude. Thank you.